Wisdom in 8,000 Lines, RiBa. A humble revision of the wonderful achievement of the late Dr. Edward Conze, now of the 21st century, by Richard Babcock. Chapter 18. Emptiness. Unfathomable Stations. Subhuti, this is wonderful, O Lord, how great and with what unlimited and measureless qualities a bodhisattva is endowed. The Lord, so it is, Subhuti. Irreversible Bodhisattvas come to reveal to self and others pure, undifferentiated cognition as non-produced, innate and simply beyond any conceptual fixations as self and others, and still just beyond any notions born of these, skandhas. Suchness comes to be realized as its truth of center-lessness, boundary-lessness, beginning and thus end-lessness, and to which Sravaka Disciples and Pratyekabuddhas as yet have no claim. Subhuti, truly beyond any convention or standard whatsoever, the Lord can and does expound how an irreversible bodhisattva represents and emanates these attributes, tokens, and signs. So now might the Lord indicate these unfathomable positions of bodhisattvas as are connected through inconceivable perfect wisdom? The Lord, well said Subhuti. Surely, you bring up unfathomable positions as you want to hear discoursing on this subject as well. Unfathomable, Subhuti, is emptiness, which is a synonym of signlessness, wishlessness, unaffectedness. Such is unproduced, as in, no birth, non-existent, dispassioned of cessation, nirvana, and departing. Subhuti, is this a synonym only of these, or of all dharmas? The Lord, indeed Subhuti, such is a synonym of all dharmas, as form, feeling, impulses, perception, and consciousness, is unfathomable. Choose any dharma or dharmas whatsoever, and unfathomable, among all such and unlimited is synonymous with and as such. How are any and all skandhas unfathomable? Just as unfathomable as suchness, so unfathomable is any and all skandhas. As unfathomable suchness is any and all skandhas, etc., to include nothing throughout, even as no skandha, so completely unfathomable is form, feeling, perception, impulse, and consciousness. Even as here is no form, etc., this is the fathomlessness of form, etc. Subhuti, such is wonderful, O Lord, how subtle a device is such as allows for this relativity of form, etc., and indicates unfathomable nirvana at this same time. How to attend to perfect wisdom. The Lord, as a bodhisattva reflects, ponders and meditates on these unfathomable positions which are connected through inconceivable perfect wisdom, and strives to stand, train and progress as is ordained, described, and explained in this perfection of wisdom, now, as one may do so for, say, one day only, how great the deed is which one does during this one day. As a person, moved by considerations of greed, had made a date with a handsome, attractive, and good-looking other person, and as now this other person is held back by yet something or other and could not leave one's house, what do you think, Subhuti, with what would this other person's preoccupations be connected? Subhuti, with this other person, of course. One thinks about this other one coming, about things these do together, and about joy, fun, and delight one has with the other. The Lord, does this person entertain many such ideas in the course of this day? Subhuti, many indeed, O Lord. The Lord, as many such ideas as this person entertains in the course of this day, so for each vibration comprising each of the thoughts from each idea, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of kotis of eons for each of these vibrations, a bodhisattva spurns birth and death, turns one's back on it, and has resolve enough to end this merit. As one stands, trains, progresses, meditates and strives as is ordained, described, and explained in this perfection of wisdom, one's faults and obscuring defilements dissolve, which are a turning away from full enlightenment. As one bodhisattva gives one's self up to devotion to perfect wisdom, and does deeds for one day only while dwelling completely in mental activities connected with perfect wisdom, and yet another bodhisattva lacks connections with perfect wisdom, but gives gifts for countless eons, more discreetly refined attributes has the bodhisattva which, for one day only, makes endeavors connected with perfect wisdom. A bodhisattva which for one day only makes endeavors connected with perfect wisdom, begets merit other than the greatest merit of another bodhisattva which for countless eons gives and bestows gifts on all classes of holy persons, from stream winners to Tathagatas, but lacks this discretion regarding perfect wisdom. And, as the other bodhisattva not only bestows gifts as indicated, but in addition observes these moral precepts, but still lacks in connecting these with perfect wisdom, this bodhisattva, which dwells in connection with perfect wisdom, begets other merit, as this one emerges from this mental work on perfect wisdom, and demonstrates dharma. And this remains true even as the other bodhisattva in addition were endowed with patience. Even as in addition the other bodhisattva exerts vigor, and makes endeavors about the trances and wings of enlightenment, but is still lacking connections in perfect wisdom, a bodhisattva which, as one gives this gift of dharma, as said before, turns this over to full enlightenment, one such as this begets a different type of merit altogether which benefits all sentient beings, than the bodhisattva which yet does not make such connections in perfect wisdom. The merit of a bodhisattva which not only gives this gift of dharma, not only turns this over to full enlightenment, but employs the kind of turning over which is being taught in this perfection of wisdom begets another type of merit indeed, beyond any reckonings whatsoever, of greater or lesser. So, as a bodhisattva which does all this, makes no further efforts than these visible and more tangible ones about it in meditative seclusion, this one's merit is very great perhaps, yet still, different than this merit of one which also makes effort about this in meditative seclusion, and which in addition, is taken hold of by perfect wisdom as coursing in her perfection, and now is open in this meditative seclusion, and is not devoid of perfect wisdom. The latter begets yet other merit. Immeasurable, empty, and talk. Subhuti, how can one say that one begets the greater merit since the Lord has described all accumulations as the result of false discrimination? The Lord, in this case also the accumulation of merit on the part of any bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom must be described as just empty, worthless, insignificant, and unsubstantial. To the extent any bodhisattva goes on contemplating all dharmas in this manner, to this extent this is one which does not lack affinities with perfect wisdom. And to the extent one does,